Today I'm going to prove to you that you need these three things for any project to be successful, and without one of them, your project will sink, guaranteed. Number one, execution. Now I'm not talking about medieval execution, that would just be gruesome, but this is execution, this is actually doing the work that's involved in the project. You need to have that, and I'll come back to that in a sec. Number two, tic-tacs. No, not the small little mint things, the tactics. These are actually the way you do stuff, so the how in the project. I'll come back to this one again, but the most important thing you need to know is that you need tic-tacs to do the execution. And finally, number three is, as you would know, strategy. It's such a cliche thing, strategy is the most important, but actually it is needed in a full project. First, let me prove why all three are needed, then I'll give you a quick example. If the actual execution of the task was missing, and you had all the tactics and all the strategy, all you'd have is great expectations. Because that means you've got all the knowledge in the world and you know exactly where you want to go, you've got the dreams of success, but all you're doing is expecting it to happen, you're not actually getting it done. Now let's say the tactics was missing, we'd have all the strategy in the world, all the execution in the world, but all I call this is blissful work, because you haven't got any efficiency, you haven't got any processes, and you haven't got any tactics to actually get the job done in the best way, in the most time efficient manner. And finally, if the strategy was missing, we'd all be soup, because not only would we be going too fast, got all the processes, but we'd also be moving in the wrong direction. So that I call misguided. Misguided soup. This is where you want to be. Your project needs to be in the middle of these three things. Now let's give you an example. Let's say you're an e-commerce manager, director or manager of an e-commerce business, and your main strategy is to get as many people to the website as possible to convert them to repeat customers. Now the strategy would be to choose a way of a channel to actually get those customers in the door. So for example, SEO. We want people to come to the website, so we're going to capture them when they're searching. This is a strategy because people are searching for your product online right now, and half of them, or more than half, are going to your competitors easily. So you're going to be capturing more, and that's the way you're going to do it, through the strategy. For the tactics, we need to iron out which product categories we're going to be selecting, which keywords we should be selecting, and also which ones are going to be the best revenue drivers for you. Because there's no point working on getting SEO to a product page or a category page which isn't going to be meaningful for you. And finally, we circle back to the execution. This is exactly who does it. So who in your team is going to be completing it, who's responsible for completing it, and who is accountable ultimately for getting the project done. If you aren't sure if you've nailed all three of these things down for your SEO project, then let me know, because I can provide the strategy and the tactics in something that's called the Uniquely Blueprint. This is a blueprint which goes through your website specifically and finds out the tactics and the strategy you need to complete to achieve success with SEO. Now, if you've got an interesting perspective on how this works, especially in your business, with your projects, then let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested to hear, how these dynamics play out and whether you've got some good experiences of one of these being missing in any of the projects you've been a part of. Hope you found this useful. Please like and share, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.